We'll be discussing about organization and management, and we will be talking about how people like you can play a very transformative role for the society. Society consists of individuals, but the true power comes through synergy. So when people are in a group, it is an organization, but it is an organization because there is a common goal, there is a harmony, there is collaboration, there is a system of working. All these things will make it an organization. Otherwise, why should we call a group an organization? We can use the word group but if there is harmony, if there is collaboration, if there is clarity with regard to what is to be done, how it is to be done, if there is mutual understanding, all these things will convert a group into an organization. And how do we convert an organization into a great organization? Therefore, we have to learn and practice the art and science of management. And therefore, what we have to do is that we have to read case studies on great companies. We have to read about great leaders, what they have done, how they have done. For example, if you read the biography of Mahatma Gandhi, probably some of your hidden qualities will come out. Those qualities which can convert you into an outstanding leader, those qualities will surface. That is what we want. We know you have tremendous capabilities. Each one of you has tremendous capabilities. But the question is how to bring the hidden qualities on surface, the latent qualities into forefront. Right? And therefore, we have to discuss what are the principles of management, what are the tools and techniques of management like marketing, finance, HR, MIS, information system, data analysis. How can we use different tools and techniques at different levels? We have already discussed that a company has different layers: top management, middle management, lower management. The top management people require more of conceptual skills. The middle management require more of human skills, and the people working at lower management level will require more of technical skills. Apart from that, we have discussed that since the primary responsibility, just a minute. Yes, sir. No, I'm Professor T.K. Jain. I just got an opportunity to talk to you. Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you. We must understand the difference between efficiency and effectiveness. Efficiency refers to input-output relationship. Effectiveness refers to goal attainment. So we have to focus more on effectiveness. Input-output relationship is also important, but that will bring down the cost only. That will improve the profitability. But the most important thing is, how do you ensure that you are able to focus on goals? Organizational goals are very important and they should be attained. And we have to drive such practices which can create a culture of innovation, a culture of collaboration within our organization. That is very important, right? Organizations where innovation is a culture. I've discussed Octapace culture with you. Openness, collaboration, trust, authenticity, proaction, autonomy, experimentation, creativity, and experimentation. These 8 points are there. Octapace, OCTAPACE, Octapace. These 8 points are very important. And they will create a culture where innovation thrives, a culture where collaboration thrives, a culture where there is mutual trust among members of the organization. People work very closely. There is positive synergy. There is joy. Everyone is happy. People want to come to the organization. People enjoy their life in organization. People work with joy. So sense of joy, sense of pride, sense of belongingness, these have to be created. And the important responsibility lies with the top management. And sooner or later, all of you will have to take the responsibility of taking transformational leadership. Transformational leadership is different from transactional leadership. Transformational leadership focuses on transforming the organization, creating an organization where people get space, people get an opportunity to grow, people get an opportunity to transform the organization, to do something of their inner self, right? Where organization is able to connect with the inner goals of individuals, organization becomes great organization, right? We must remember that future is those of those organizations where people are able to work with heart, right? I'll call them heart based organization. Right now people are talking about MNC, TNC, transnational corporation, multinational corporation. Right now people are talking about all these large and big companies. Organization need not be large or small. Organization should be somewhere where people can work with their heart, where people can actualize their dreams. People can make some miracles happen whereby they can contribute to the organization. Individuals wants to contribute to development of organization. Organization wants individuals who are able to transform. Both want each other. Then why don't we create a platform where people are able to contribute substantially towards development of organization, right? It has now been recognized all over the world that managers should get some training in leadership, because every manager cannot become leader. We want every manager to become leader. And what do? Leadership is a skill, an art. It can be imparted through training. So why not give training in leadership to every manager, right? We have a term called GLOBE, Global Leadership and Organizational Behavior Effectiveness. This is a cross-cultural innovation of leadership and culture, where it is believed that we have to develop leadership through development of assertiveness, development of future orientation, development of uncertainty tolerance. These skills have to be developed. We have to develop great leaders for tomorrow. We have to develop ethical leaders. We have to develop those leaders who care for environment. We have to develop those leaders who want to focus on transformation of the world into a better place to live. I've discussed with you SDG, Sustainable Development Goals, meaning whereby we have to develop such organizations where the company is working in close proximity with national goals, national parameters. Every company should play an important role in attainment of sustainable development goals. And every company should contribute through CSR or through other means something towards nation building. Organizations are able to play very important role if they are able to focus on their core activities. Their core activities are planning, organizing, coordinating, staffing, directing, controlling all the resources, so that the output is more than the input. Output is substantially more than input. Output is qualitatively superior than input. That is the primary goal, right? Organizations have to use modern tools of management, right? You have to use modern tools of management, right, to transform employees. Read theories on human behavior, organizational behavior, how individuals can become great employees, how individuals can become great leaders, right? Read about Maslow's need hierarchy theory. Maslow says people have five basic needs: need for achievement, five basic needs: need for food and other physiological requirement, safety need, love need, self-esteem need, self-actualization need. Fifth and last need is self-actualization, which is that you achieve what you want to achieve. You become what you want to become. You spend your time in doing constructive work and do what you have to do. So we have to take employees to higher level needs. Hertzberg gave two-factor theory: motivators, hygiene factors. Motivators are achievement, recognition, work, responsibility, advancement, growth. आपको किस काम में मजा आएगा? You will grow in a work where you get an opportunity for achievement. आपको उस काम में मजा आएगा जिसमें आपका नाम होगा, जिसमें आपको शोहरत मिलेगी, जो काम करने में आपको आनंद मिलेगा, जिसमें आपको जिम्मेदारी की भावना मिलेगी, जिसमें आपको तरक्की मिलेगी, आगे बढ़ने का चांस मिलेगा. That is motivator. Those things which motivate you to work hard. Or there are many factors in which you will not feel motivator, but you may feel dissatisfier. Right? What are dissatisfiers? Dissatisfiers are like salary. You double the salary, the worker will not get motivated. Right? That is what you see in government departments. Their salaries increase so much. Fourth pay commission, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth pay commission. Every time their salary keep on increase. A senior government officer might be getting salary of 3 lakh rupees per month or 2 lakh rupees per month. But if you will ask, if your salary has increased, have you increased your work, your efficiency, your productivity? No. Some of them who really want to work, they work. Some of them who don't want to work, they will not work. Some of them who will only work with when they get bribe, they will do it like this. That is the situation of government department. We all know it, and we are very much dissatisfied about it. But we cannot do. Salary is a demotivator. It doesn't, if it is low, people will get dissatisfied. If it is high, people will not get motivated. In order to motivate, you have to create a culture of excellence. In order to motivate, you have to motivate people on the basis of achievement, recognition, work, responsibility, advancement, growth. Right? Salary, relation with boss, relation with subordinate, relation with peers, right? Security, working conditions, policies of the company, right? Companies, orders, rules, regulations, personal life, status, social security, supervision. All these issues are dissatisfied. So Hertzberg says there are two factors: motivators and dissatisfiers. Keep in mind motivators and try to put at reasonable level the dissatisfiers. We want all of you to become great leaders. We want all of you to become transformational leaders. There are different types of leaders we have already discussed. There are some participative leaders, achievement-oriented leaders, supportive leaders, directive leaders, right? Then we have leaders who are able to play transactional role. Then there are transformational leaders. But most essential thing is leaders have to, what path goal theory says, the most important task of the leaders is to set goals and to clarify the path to every employee. There will be so many hurdles. Leader has to remove those hurdles. Leader has to clarify task structure, formal authority system, create work groups, maintain focus of control, provide good experience to employees, and develop the employees on the basis of their perceived ability, and there will be ultimate outcome in the form of improved performance of employees and greater satisfaction on the part of the employees. Employees will experience satisfaction if they are able to work towards the attainment of the organizational goals. So the role of leadership is to enable employees to play a very important role. If employees attain high goals, they will be able to succeed. So let's transform each of the employees into outstanding employee. Another important aspect that every organization has to now focus is communication and information. Each one of you should be outstanding in communication. Focus on building strong communication skills. Communication skills will help you throughout your life, but in organization, they will help you substantially. How do we learn courtesy? How do we interact with others? How do we talk with others? How do we create a culture of open and transparent communication so that everybody feels participant? Communication will improve the performance of the organization. So communication and development of proper information system, these two things are very important. Establish a good communication system and at the same time establish a very good information system so that there is proper, accurate, timely information with everybody. See, we all decision makers, we take decision on the basis of information. So establish a good information system. They are necessary for you if you really want to become an outstanding leader.